I was placed in Irving Elementary. We worked with kindergarten through fifth graders. It was an after-school technology club. We were primarily in the library, which is where the school's computers were. Interesting about Irving is it is a international school, which was an interesting experience because we were able to, through some of the lessons, view the different cultures that the students came from. Week 1, we were simply there to observe cohort 1. They did a presentation on synonyms and antonyms, and then they played bingo with some of the vocab they learned. It was a really great lesson. Week 2 was our first lesson. We did a basic Spanish lesson. We covered days of the week as well as colors, and to do this we used a program called Nearpod, which allowed us to control all of the students' computers. For our next lesson, we did a virtual tour of Mars. It was a pretty cool site we used. It allowed the students to each individually explore the surface of Mars. They learned about the Mars rover, and at the end, the students were allowed to play space-related games on the NASA for Kids website. Our next presentation was on volcanoes. We decided to use Nearpod again. They each learned the various types of volcanoes, and at the end were able to watch a Bill Nye video on volcanic eruptions. And we did a verbal quiz of the knowledge they had learned about the types, which went pretty well actually. Finally, probably my favorite lesson was a Thanksgiving lesson. Students explored kind of an interactive historical website on the first Thanksgiving. In between each topic, they played Thanksgiving-themed games, which kept them engaged and participating. What was really cool was each student shared one Thanksgiving tradition, and due to Irving being international, there was some good variety of traditions. Some students had never experienced Thanksgiving, and this was going to be their first. Some struggles we encountered were just kind of related to classroom management, keeping all the students on task, especially the younger ones. But we also had some pretty good success, and each student I felt like left the lesson having learned something they didn't know before they walked in, which was our ultimate goal. We connected with the students pretty well, and the students had fun. Overall, this field experience was really valuable. I enjoyed working with younger students. It confirmed my belief that I already had that technology enrichment is key to learning, especially today in education. And I really wouldn't change much about the field experience. I think it was extremely valuable. It gave me a chance to work with kids I would never work with in secondary education, and it was just a really great experience.